Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Ghostgalknits podcast. I'm Ghost, also known as Sarah. So this is take 2 due to the fact that my first take earlier was absolutely awful. It was awful. You could hear my music in the background. I had notifications left, right, and center, which I probably still, but not as bad right now, because I put everything I can to do not disturb, and that was me hitting my knee against my desk by accident. Sorry about that. So, we're just going to kind of go through all this again. Hopefully, it won't be as long as the last one was, but we'll try. So, we're going to start off with a tech tip. So, when you get a new set of looms, double check them, make all of them, not just one, double check all of them, and make sure they're not all pointy and nothing's poking out of them. If you do find the pointy area, take a 320 fine nail file and just, it fits in there. This is my smallest loom, by the way. It fits in there perfectly. And just knock it down. One pass should do it. One pass, check. If it's still a little high, give it another half pass. And just keep checking it. Do not use the medium side, though, if you can't get just fine only. And don't overspend on these. They're just for plastic. Tech tip's done. Okay. Next on the list, we're gonna do shop hats. So, this is part of our, this is gonna be part of the baby bundle. This is Red Heart. This is made out of acrylic, like all my stuff, because good wearing, easy cleanage, and it can take a beating. As well, we're gonna test it even further with hats for hats for Dad. So this is baby pink and soft white. So with this one, with the baby bundle, you get newborn / preemie. This is the newborn preemie, depending on. You also get an infant size. So as they get a little older, they outgrow this one in a couple of weeks. Fortunately, when when two of my friends were having their child, I had all the materials. I just didn't make them a couple of hats, so I made them a bunch of baby ones, and oh, I'm happy I did, because we were cold till April. Ugh. Okay, so also I'm also going to be introducing pom-pom options into the store. The baby bundle will not have a pom-pom option. If you want a pom-pom, you can do it yourself. It's just going to be too much on their heads and necks. Just too much. So, that's what's going on. And there will be 3 different styles, like all my collections. There's always 3 different styles. So this is going to have baby boy, baby girl, and baby neutral. I will come up with a name for neutral later. That's just the name I'm giving it right now for my reference and my worksheets. So, next is, I don't need that one. So next is the new hats. So this is Ice Princess. This is Pastel Pink and Aruba Sea. These are child size, so I will be putting these under child. So these will have a pom-pom option. If you want a pom-pom, it will cost you just a couple bucks extra. That's all. Just a couple bucks extra. I can make them up in no time. Next is Mickey Jr., because I'm using up colors. That's what I'm doing. I'm using up a bunch of colors from the last set of hats. and just getting them out. I'm using them up so I can buy a lot of so I can buy some fresh colors. I have two colors for the adult hats. I gotta get one more for the adult hat. So this is that. And then this is Candy Rock Swirl. So we ended up with this color. The name for this color is, this one was kind of inspired by rock candy. What was it? Rock candy swirl. Sorry. That's what it was inspired by, was rock candy. So these, and I forgot to mention the price of these will be $25. Again, these will all be in the end of summer update. I'm just getting stuff worked out. And also about October-ish, I'm going to be doing a Christmas update where I'll put in some Christmas hats. Probably about I'm going to try to put in about 4 for each size. Baby bundle will of course be a bundle. So, but I may do the baby stuff as their own things for the Christmas newborns. So I don't know. I'll get all those details worked out next month. Next. Okay, let's go on to works in progress. So I finally casted this onto a scarf. So this is Blueberry Parfait. I casted this onto my smallest rectangle loom, and it, as you can tell, I do have a little bit of shrinkage. I'll show you more. It'll show up better next week when I have it a bit longer. So this is great. So with this, I love starting these, but hate finishing them. I'll show you why in here in 1 second. I can move this over here. So there we go. And this time around, much more prepared to some extent. So this is what it looks like. You can tell this is the starting end because it's kind of open, and the way I did my the way I did my stitching and stuff. So I kind of just went and kind of whip stitched this slash basting stitched. I'm kind of debating whether or not to also have Mom do this. And as you can tell, it looks like I might have tied on a new ball here at some point or just knotted it off really well. So next is, so this is the cast off end. As you can tell, it kind of looks a little bit like the top of crochet. And boy, this stuff, and I can tell you one thing, this is a pain to do. With hats, though, with my hats, all I need is my yarn needle, and we're going. So, oh yeah, and that Karen cake, when I finish it, it ends up pretty long, and it ends up double layered. So it'll be quite a bit longer than this. This is folded 4 times just so I can have it in frame. So it'll be a lot longer than this is. Okay. Okay, next on the list. Placemats! So these are the placemats I was telling you, that I kept saying, that I said last week I was going to show you guys, but I didn't. So, these ended up being, one of them ended up being shorter than the others, We're fine by that. It's just gonna, we'll just put it at the end of the table nobody uses. We're fine by that. And oh yeah, if you do want to make these placemats, I will link the hopefully if I remember, I'll link the ravelry to these. I'll link the ravelry to them. And if you're doing 4 placemats like me, if you're doing 2 solid colors, you need 1 ball with, if you don't plan on doing borders. But if you're doing a solid and a variegated, you're going to need 2 balls of the variegated. Or else you will be going back to the craft store or the yarn store. And these were crocheted on 11mm, which I must admit works out pretty good. Next. Okay, so this scarf, here we go. It's still going. It's gotten a few more. See, I think I put about maybe 10 more rounds on it. Same thing with the bag. I keep saying I'm gonna finish every single week. I got a round on that today before my hand started screaming, no more. I'm cramping for some reason. It shouldn't have cramped that early, but it did. What can you do? So next, whips and so this is what I have on this loom is another ice princess. Speaking of I'm pretty sure I have to get another spring green and another medium purple. I'll get those at Michael's because I'm going to Hobby Lobby this week and I know they don't have them. And I know they don't sell Red Heart, so, or at least not the Super Saver. I think they sell the Red Heart with Love. Don't quote me on it. So this is how we're going here. This is actually getting closer to done. I just got to work on it some more. I just got a lot of other projects going also along with the hats, but the hats are my main focus right now. Oh, and that Karen cake is also going to go into the Christmas bin or pile in this case because that one back there, the crocheted scarf I'm making with the other Karen cake that I showed you last week is nowhere. It's not going to be ready. I started it too late. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to go in next year's Christmas pile. I do have some gifts that are in next year's Christmas pile. So, and then this is the baby-sized one of Baby Girl. I know for a fact I have 2 more of these balls. I know I have another pink and I know I have another white. I might need to get more soft white for the baby boy. So I have the blue already. And the baby neutral is going to be yellow and green. I might change out the green to a different color because I need it for the hat. So I might change it out to another neutral color. Okay, this can hang out over here. And I gotta clean up the ends. Just a smidge out of control. Let's see. Let's see. I've got some stuff that's in a knot that I gotta work out and ball wind and put in the remnants bin because I really don't have much. Sorry, something just popped up on my phone. Because there's not a whole lot there. I might make a one-off baby hat, but that's about it. So it's just going to be more useful to go into remnants bin. I'm doing my ball winding on Thursday because it's supposed to be really, really, really yucky. I got to tell Mom Wednesday we're going to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, taking Mom to Hobby Lobby. Because she wants to look around, see what's going on there. And I just so happen to need to get another skein of antiqued white. Itchy nose. Because I'm planning on making next batch of hats for the end of summer update with some. And like I said in the previous videos, the hats in the shop that are in the shop right now, I think they only have about a month left on them before they get taken down. So if they do not go in the next month, I will put them on clearance. If they do not go on clearance, I'm going to just, they will probably end up either back on the site later on, or they're going to go to charity. Or they're just going to end up as Christmas presents for friends. Speaking of which, I'll be talking with him later. So, let's try to get some of those hats moving, please. Don't worry, I'll link everything below. That won't be an issue. Everything will be linked below. So last week I didn't do any crochet because for the second half of the week it was just humid and it was not, I tried to, but since I use metal hooks, it was not very fun. Right? And as you can tell, I keep my windows open, so it was not very fun. Sweaty hands plus metal anything, not fun. And sweaty hands plus game controllers, really not fun. Because then you end up looking at your game controllers and yeah, and wondering what's all over them. It turns out really, really interesting. Oh yeah. So I still haven't started on this yet. So this is Yarn Bee's Sweet Minis. This is Ruby Roo. I still don't know what to make with this. If anyone has any suggestions, please put them down in the comments. I'm kind of, and this is only 300 yards. So, I mean, I have another loom a bigger loom I could do this on. I think this is 100% acrylic. Yeah, this is 100% acrylic, so. Or what I'm thinking is, actually, I'm not going to say yet what I'm thinking. Just because the possibility of who I'm thinking of giving this to might be watching. I just have to ask him if he likes scarves. But if he would prefer a hat, I think I can crochet this into a hat. I'll think of something. I will think of something to do with this. I will think of something. So, next on the list. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier at like the very beginning. If you are noticing that my screen, if you're noticing that my camera angle's a little different, it's because my other monitor kind of up and kind of like went out. So I had to buy a new monitor. I'm still working on getting the angle, but I'm liking the angle this is because I can come up here without too much issue, and I'm usually leaning back in my chair just because that's where my legs want to go, and that's how they like that. So, yeah. Dishcloth pile hasn't been touched. I got a bunch of ends to weave in. I'm just procrastinating like normal. Let's see. I got a dishcloth that it's getting close. It's getting to. Ooh, I did not. Okay, I did not notice the white bits on this before. Huh. So this is getting closer to either just becoming a base cloth or me actually just finishing it up and it becoming a actual dishcloth. I still have a good amount of yarn, but but when we go to Hobby Lobby, I am going to start buying some my Christmas cottons, start getting those worked and going, so I can have those ready to give out for Christmas gifts. I got a couple of people that are already on the list, and I'm going to try to send some up to Maine and maybe some over to Vermont. So I will be needing addresses so I will need to be locating some addresses. I can ask someone and someone will know them. I know I have 2 of the addresses already, so that's not an issue. I just need I just need a couple more. What I might do is just send them up to my cousin. What I think I'm gonna do for my aunt's friends is just send them up to Heather, her daughter, and have her just have her give them to her, because trust me, they're gonna be cheap enough to send. I'm just gonna send them out really early. Hiccups. What's next? So, Cora's blanket, there it is, right there, is still going. Oh yes, this bin. So this bin has been changed out from works in progress for knit to yarn to be used for my seasonal yarn. So I have acrylic in here, cotton, stuff I just need to get moving and made, and I'm just not doing that. So yeah, and then I dug out my other 2 charismas that are going to be made into Christmas hats. I have one on the loom that I need to get done and off the loom, so I can get those 2 done, and then I can get working on the new shop hats. Yes, I could just go buy another set of looms, but I'm going to end up with another one of these, another baby, another child. Ones that I really just don't need going and extras of. So it's just I gotta get things going, gotta get stuff done. But unfortunately, July can be humid for us. So today was actually nice and dry, no humidity. Oh, wonderful! It was absolutely wonderful. I got a couple of things done this morning, but not very much. Just because I was just doing some other stuff that I had to get done. Let's see. What else? What else? Oof. Give me a second. I'll think of something. Let's see. Oh yeah. I don't think so also in the basket next to me, I have to go through that tomorrow and go through. I have some couple projects in there I'm not working on because it's summer and they're blankets, and I thought I was gonna get one of them done before the humidity hit, but I didn't, and the other one I thought I might work on, but it's just slow going. So what I want to do with those is put them on next year's to get done's list. Next year I think is primarily going to be blankets and hats. I don't think I'll start any like new big projects. So, but those will come back out in September, probably middle to end, depending on the project and how much, how heavy it is, and all that fun. Because I've got blankets going, because I have a bunch of different blankets going. My mom's blanket, I believe was on, I'm missing a hook. So, oh, no, there it is. Yeah. So, my mom's blanket, which I'm using Sweet Roll, I think I'm using Pixie. Again, I'll update you later. That one is on this hook. That one is going so quick because on that one I get about 2.5, 3 rows before for each color. So it just goes. So I just pull the color and it's just like it just goes. Whereas on mine and on my blanket, I'm 2 balls in. I'm almost done with the second ball. It's just a little slow going. So most projects is I work them for. Things with me and projects is I work them for like a week straight, and then it's I don't want to work on this right now. So it's like, oh, great. I don't want to work this. That's just pleasant. So I just keep working them. Week straight, and that's like, bleh, I want to work on something else or start something new. And end up putting them down and not coming back to them for a few months. Itchy nose. Oh, why does my nose always do this when I'm podcasting? Drives me insane. So, but when I'm in a dishcloth mood, I can usually do same thing with the hats, about 2 a day when I'm on a kick. So that's always good. What I'm probably gonna end up doing is once I finish this, and put things back where they somewhat belong, is I have another loom in the other room that I need to go through and do a little work on because it hurts a lot because it's having the same issue this one was, but 10 times worse. So I have to do some work on that. So I'll probably go grab that, get that worked on, get that to where it doesn't completely eat up my fingers. Because when I do a lot of loom work, this finger in particular along the sides just gets chewed up. But it's like I make sure no blood ever ends up on things most of the time, unless it's for me. But my fingers just get kind of chewed up because because you're going around in a loop, and depending on the loom, as I've learned. So my 2 different types of looms. So this one is from Boy, this set, and then this set of rounds is from Loops and Threads. You can see the difference how these ones have a notch in them for stuff. Airplanes, really? And then as you can tell, this one's more of a flat top. I do like these ones. I was going to get the loom set, my rectangle looms originally as those, but I ended up with originally as these ones. But because these are one piece, there we go. See how these are one piece, whereas these are 2 piece because these go in and out. But I ended up with the boys first because I was at Walmart. They were a good price. Yeah. And with them, I got this hook. Yeah, I was not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of this hook unless it's with my S loom because it's shorter than my normal hook. So I love this with my S loom because with my S loom is I have to go down, then up, and then this. It's interesting with the S loom how you tell you what, guys, when I pull it back out in September, I'll show you what I mean. because that one I think I'm still on the first ball. It's like with that one I gotta be. I think with my Audible, since I'm listening, I'll be listening to books, so it'll allow me to tune into it without too much hassle. Same thing with the Karen Cake over there. I just gotta tune in. Same thing with Cora's blanket. I just gotta put an Audible book on and tune on in, which I kind of do anyways when I get a book going. I'll tune in and I'll listen and just do what's in front of me, which is why I had such an easy time working on stuff recently. With that bag I keep saying I'm gonna finish, it's like I'm on 6 of 9 rows right now till I'm done. Oh yeah, projects I haven't put anything on because it was just too humid. Our mom's bag, my shawl, the placemats. Those placemats, I know I gotta listen to a book to work on those or something. Just because they are that the cotton cake, it just loves to twist up on you, and if you're not careful, it will twist up, and then as you're trying to untwist it, it ends up in a huge knot. It's like, are you kidding me? It comes out of the ball like that. It's like, I had another yarn that did that to me. It took me forever to get whatever it was done. I can't remember what it was, but it took me a while to get the dang thing, whatever it was, done. So, yeah. So that's how that one went. I'll do patterns next week because I did. Oh yeah, I found a new pattern for my little round loom here. It's a scrubby, and I cannot wait to try it. I do need to learn a few new knit stitches on my looms, but I'm fine with that. I don't mind learning new stitches. I don't mind at all. So I'll just learn those. So I'll learn those new stitches. And then I'll buy more scrubby. You know, I said I was never gonna work with it again because of how annoying it. So the scrubby, as you work with it, if you're not careful, it does numb out your hand. And I also learned if you have trouble, if you can't see where if you're crocheting it, you can't see where the chains are, you're gonna have to add some solid in. Granted, you'll have to add solid cotton in. I did that with my little scrubbies upstairs. Absolutely love them. They work wonderful. They're a little thick, but when you're scrubbing a pan, oh, you want it a little. It's just the right for scrubbing pans. So that's how that is. I think that's everything. I will have definitely more updates. Next week, I will definitely have more things going. I will have and it'll be a lot more daylight because normally when I'm podcasting, it's pretty bright out there. But right now, you can see the trees behind me and all that. So, I will see you guys next week. So, until then, happy knitting, crocheting.